Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq. October's National Financial Planning Month. Financial planning, as we know it now, includes investing, tax planning, retirement planning, and basically other ways to get your finances in order and create mindful budgets to ensure a safe and secure future. Getting a step ahead of your spendings and finances is beneficial in the long run, and Financial Planning Month is a perfect time to do that. Joining us for this segment, we have Jenny Spradling. She's the co-CEO of Freewill to discuss the wealth gap, estate planning for all, and charitable giving. Jenny, it's great to have you with us. Welcome to Trade Talks.
Great to be here.
Give us a high-level overview of Freewill.
Sure. Freewill is exactly what it sounds like. It is free online wills and other estate planning. So healthcare directives, durable financial powers of attorney, beneficiary designations, you can get it all on Freewill in all 50 states for totally free. Instead of going to see an attorney in person, them asking you a series of questions over a series of meetings, you can do it from the comfort of your own home with the people that you love. You can start and stop when you want. You can update it even over time as you move and your life circumstances change. You might have a question, how do you offer this for free? The short answer is that we can offer it for free because we do partnerships with nonprofits as well as financial institutions who can help raise complex gifts for nonprofits like bequests. And these can all be really significant amounts. So they essentially subsidize our ability to offer this free tool to all consumers.
How many Americans have wills?
Only about 30% of Americans have wills. And shockingly to most people, even baby boomers, only about half of baby boomers have wills. So that basic estate planning, which is so important for keeping your family safe, for making your wishes known after you pass away, has been done by very few Americans.
Can they benefit from online estate planning, whether it's free or there's a cost associated, or are people just in general apprehensive about estate planning?
They are. We did hundreds of interviews when starting Freewill, and the three words we heard the most were, I think estate planning is going to be complicated, it's going to be scary, and it's going to be expensive. So I know I need to do it, but I would rather spend Saturday with my kids or with my friends, which is very reasonable. An experiment that we ran really early on that was informative was we put up our product. One was absolutely free, one was $20. The difference in uptake was 20 times, meaning that the free product, just by taking that barrier of cost away, we had 20 times as many people using it. So time and time again, we see that by making a product that is free, trusted, high quality, and most importantly, intuitive, that people actually get it done.
How does estate planning create generational wealth?
Estate planning is so important for generational wealth. With a lack of estate planning, you are leaving it up to the government to decide where your money goes. And for example, if you don't have a close relationship with your next of kin, it doesn't matter. That's where the money is going to go. In addition, there are things like estate taxes, probate taxes that all have impacts on how much wealth is actually transferred to the people that you love the most. By creating estate planning, it enables generational wealth to take place in the way that you actually want it to happen. And in fact, this is a huge DE&I issue today. We see that even though a third of Americans have estate planning, that number is halved. If we're looking at Black and Brown communities, Asian communities do it less frequently than white communities. We also see it as a huge need in LGBTQ communities because, for example, state laws might not acknowledge that your life partner should be receiving your assets or making medical and financial decisions when you're sick in the hospital and can't do it. So estate planning helps solve all of these problems. And to date, we've been able to help over 600,000 American families do their estate planning online.
And finally, Jenny, why is the upcoming Great Wealth Transfer the biggest opportunity in the history of philanthropy, and how should people approach charitable giving?
Charitable giving is one of the most important ways that people establish their legacies after they pass away. So by making charitable giving easy in our tools, for example, folks have donated over $6.6 billion to nonprofits, and we're just getting started. If every single person who did their estate planning had access to easy charitable giving, we would see trillions of dollars passed to charities over the next 2 decades, making it the single biggest philanthropic movement that any of us have experienced in the history of the world.
All right, Jenny, we appreciate the insight. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.
Thanks for having me.